You're trying to take measurements for a man, a boy, a client, your husband, your boyfriend. You don't know how to go about it. Don't worry. In a few minutes, we're going to show you exactly what to do. Find a pen, a piece of paper, your tape measure, and let's get to work.
This is the tape, comprises of two sides. This is the inches. This place is known as the inches in the tape, and the back here is known as the centimeter. So you can use either of anywhere you want to use in measurements, depending on your understanding. So, but for this tutorial, I'll be making use of the inches to explain how you can get your full body measurements for a male outfit for both the top and the trouser. So first thing first, we'll be getting the shoulder measurements. Note, your shoulder should be starting from this point to this very point. So the shoulder of this man here will be 17.5 inches. So we're starting from this point to this ending point here. Then the next step after the shoulder is we're going to be measuring his chest measurement. Very important. You see the way I'm attaching my fingers at the both end of this measurement is to enable this cloth to be free, not too tight. If you measure this way, the person will be having difficulties in wearing the clothes. So you have to put your two tip of finger at this end and ensure that this tape can at least move a little on this person body. So this is the chest measurement. Then after the chest, we'll get what we call the round body, which is under of the chest. So you also do the same thing for having an underbody of 34 inches, while the chest measurement is 40 inches. You can see it. So after then, we'll go for the length of the top. Note, you have to place your measurement, your tape at this point, at this very point. Then you take it downward. It now depends on how long you want your top measurement to be. If you have to measure a shirt are not that long, so you can be having a measurement of 29 or 30 inches. So if you're measuring a senator wear, depending on how long you want it to be, you can bring it down to the length ever you wish your measurement to be. That is for the length of the top. Then the next thing we're going to measure is the neck measurement. You just have to take this tape around your neck. It's having a neck of 16.5 inches. You don't have to make it to be too tight. So you always remember to give it a little space so that it will be comfortable on you after sewing. Then the next thing we're going to measure after here is the sleeve. So we're measuring the sleeve now. Remember, we ended our shoulder measurement at this very point. So that very point is where we start measuring the length of the sleeve downward. For measuring a long sleeve, you measure it to the wrist. It's having a long sleeve of 24 inches. You don't have to extend it too long so that it won't cover the arm. So you just end at the wrist measurement. Then you take your tape around the wrist to have the wrist measurement. Remember to always make it not too tight. The same thing applicable when you want to get your short sleeves. You measure it by using an inches of 9 inches for the sleeve length for the short sleeve. Then you take it around at that very spot where you stopped at the 9 inches. You take your tape around. This will give you the round sleeve of the short sleeve. So this is depending on how loose or how tight you want your outfit to be. So that is how you take your measurement. There are people who normally, this young man now has a normal fitted body. There are people who have bigger hips that are bigger than their chest. So for that reason, you have to measure the hip of anybody you are working for. Like if you watch his hip measurement is equivalent to his chest measurement. That means without getting his hip measurement, you can as well use his chest measurement for his hip. But for those who have a bigger hip, you get your hip so that the cloth will be able to go down your hip. So that is for your hip measurement. For the trouser measurement, all you have to do is to take your tape around your waist. And note not to always measure yourself to be too tight. Try to give it space. Try to give it space. Try to allow this your finger to go through your tape. Try to give it a little space. It's having a waist measurement of 31 inches. So after then, the next thing we have to measure is the laps. You see the way I put it? You take your tape round the lap. Always note your finger should always penetrate through your tape. You should not measure it this way. Allow your finger to penetrate through your tape so that it won't be too tight on you after sewing. So it's having a lap measurement of 24 inches. Then from this point where he placed his trouser downward, that is what we measure here. We measure the length of the trouser downward. He's having a trouser length measurement of 40 inches downward. So depending on how you want your trouser to be, if you're a type that love your trouser to be on an ankle level, you can also measure your trouser to this very spot, which is around 38.5 inches. The next thing you have to do is to measure your knee. Your knee measurement, very important, to help us to get a fitted trouser for you. So he's going to be using a knee measurement of 17.5 inches. Always remember to put your finger inside during measurement so that it won't be like tight, exactly tight like this. It will be difficult for you to wear after sewing. So just try to allow your finger penetrate through it, giving you an inch of 17.5 inches. So like I explained before, for the top measurement, always remember to get your hip measurement. Set your hip measurement. It will help you to help us have a fitted trouser that won't be tight on you, too tight. You get a hip measurement. You can see his hip. His hip is about 37 inches. Then for the we call this the round foot or the ankle. So you just have to allow your tape go beneath your leg. You can see him having an ankle of 15.5 inches, or let's just say 15 inches. This measurement will help an easy wearing of your trouser so that it won't be too tight on you. When we talk about the calf, this is what we call the calf. Or the calf in a male pant or in a male trouser, as we normally call it. For so many people who do have challenges of this calf, you have to measure your calf round. See, your tape can easily move around your calf. So it will help you after sewing the trouser, it won't be holding you in the calf. So after measuring your laps, remember to measure your calf to help an easy wearing of your trouser.
So that's it, guys. I hope you understood everything. If you missed something, don't worry. Just go back to the video, take your time, you'll get it right. If you're still watching till now, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Please, the channel is growing. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions about measurements or there is something in particular you do not understand in the video, you can drop a comment, click the notification bell so that next time we drop a video like this or any other video, you would be the first to know. And until our next video, I am Anyi Asonganyi of OZI Fashion. Make sure you keep slaying.